Alright, here we go, friends. Game 2 of Season 2 of HLCS. Taewonnies now banning the Malphite, and instantly the Blitzcrank ban as well, taking that away from Cobi. Oh, I need to... Oh yeah, here we go. Give me this. This is play while I'm... Oh my gosh. That's so cringe. Okay, whatever. Anyway. Yeah, so Taewonnies instantly banning the Malphite. If I'm Quintessential Quintuplets, they just don't want to deal with it, because they know, like, Woosung could play it. Something that's I didn't mention last game is that Quintessential Quintuplets do have a lot of flexibility in their roles. I feel like a lot of multi-role players in that game or on that team is Woosung, Declan, and Hunter, and I'm pretty sure Jordan can too as well. Rengar banned away from Jordan, unlucky there. It looks like Taewani's bans are just identical to what Quintessential Quintuplets were last time. Um, no ban here. We'll see what that's supposed to be. I imagine it's going to be something like the Graves. Aha! Yes, it's the Graves. Trundle banned away as well. I guess Jordan is an avid Trundle enjoyer. But Trundle is also just a strong champion into Sejuani if Quio wants to play Sejuani again. Not sure if Quio is going to opt to play a role player again. I would really like to see Chris and Quio switch roles in the sense of Chris. I want to see Chris on a tank and Quio on a carry, as what the doctor ordered. The Jhin first pick, back to old reliable. Is going to pick it against Hubert. Hubert able to. They kind of picked their champions against each other last time. Hubert, a Kaisa main, picking Jhin against Anthony, a Jhin main who picked Kaisa. So this time, Anthony choosing to just go back to his roots. Get it, roots. Anyway, choosing to go back to the Jhin. Uh, Wonder if Hubert's gonna pick up the Kaisa in response. Goes for Ezreal instead. I'm surprised. I really thought Hubert was a Kaisa main, but going for a bit of the style points here. And Quintessential Quintuplets will steal away the Leona as well, forcing Cobi to have to pick another option because Nautilus, Blitzcrank, and Leona, the three easy, just engaged champions, are all taken away. The only one that's really left, I would say, is Rel. But I don't think Cobi plays Rel. Another strong engaged champ that's really good on this patch is Rakan, but not sure if Cobi has that champion in him. So we'll have to see what Cobi will pick later on. That's not right. I'm pretty sure no one's playing Talia on that team. Alistar is open. Oh my god. Alistar is open. That is a good pick. Alistar and Xerath. Xerath for Sammy Yoon in the mid lane. Xerath is good on this patch as well. Got buffed recently. Now 4-5-6 on the ults, I think. So another immobile carry though, and a lot less agency, but looking to deal a lot more damage. Oh my gosh, did they just do the same thing? Was it supposed to be Vladimir? Okay, so Vladimir for the Quintessential Quintuplets. Um, uh, that's not gonna be Anivia. Meanwhile, Taewonnies going to ban away the Hecarim. Hubert just gonna say, fuck it, it's no ban. They don't need it. They don't need it. Um, yeah. So Kobe on the Alistar though, that's a lot of trust in. I'm not sure if I've ever seen him play Alistar. Alistar can be uh can be a bit easy to mess up, but I do think the matchup is fine in the bot lane. Ezreal Leona, not super oppressive in lane, just kind of safe. Leona is a strong engager, and Ezreal has strong consistent damage and follow up, but Jhin Alistar also have a nice all in, especially if you can get the burst shot with the fourth, or burst damage with the fourth shot. Meanwhile, in the rest of this ban phase, Dr. Mundo taking it away from Chris. I was really hoping to see him on the last game, and Amumu locked in. I'm wondering if that is probably for Quio still. Um, uh, so I guess it's Anivia against Xerath, I don't know. And Garen in the top lane. Okay, so maybe it's a Chris Garen. Doesn't look like it's going to be Quio on a carry, unfortunately. Maybe he's just not feeling confident without Basil. Basil is really just the one carrying this team, it seems. Quio, or maybe Quio just wants to chill out for tonight. I say chill out, but Mumu is the primary engager on that team, I would say, along with Alistar. And to round out the draft, we got what? Xin Zhao and Jarvan? It's a Jarvan top against this Garen. It's actually not that bad. Um, interesting. I'm not sure. It might be Jarvan top, might be Xin Zhao top. Either way, lots of AD on this on Quintessential Quintuplets team. They do have the Anivia mid. Will be very useful against the Garen. And yeah, it's really only really good against Garen because Amumu can get over the wall with the Q. Also can get over the wall, but it's a bit short ranged. But 3 melee champs into Anivia doesn't feel fun, so. They do have the nice artillery comp with Jhin and Xerath, so we'll see if that ever pops up in this game. But yeah. Not sure how to feel about Quintessential Quintuplets comp. They have a lot of go buttons. Xin Zhao, Jarvan, Leona, they all want to go in. Ezreal, able to probably play around the outskirts of the team fight. Getting the poke damage in, but it's kind of a dogpile team comp outside of Ezreal and Anivia. Lots of damage just at face value. Meanwhile, on the Taewonnies, gonna have to be smart with their team fights here because Garen is a strong melee fighter, but when your competition is against a Xin Zhao, Jarvan, and Leona, I don't know if he can outdamage that. Amumu does also do a lot of damage in his own right, but like I said, I'm not sure if I would favor them in a team fight against these champions. Overall, Taewonnies team comp is looks a bit hard to pilot. They do have engage, but they have 2 really good engagers in Alistar and Amumu. But Jhin and Xerath don't have a lot of consistent damage. They're really just getting the engage for Garen to run at them. So I guess you got that going for you. Hopefully they don't get. Hopefully he doesn't just get Anivia walled. But Jhin and Xerath will be useful in their own right. Able to lay down the damage from afar, away from Xin Zhao and Jarvan. So I guess for Taewonnies, I'm really looking to see how now you have more than just a Sejuani trying to peel for 4 carries. More than just a Sejuani and Leona trying to peel. We have Amumu and Alistar, as well as a Garen for Quintessential Quintuplets to run through. But we'll see. Quintessential Quintuplets have a lot of dashes, but it's not the most mobile champion in the game. Not the easiest backline access. I would say Jarvan has a lot of good backline access. But yeah. Should be interesting. Really, really looking to see how these two teams collide in a team fight. Yeah. Bit of another scuffed pro draft, but whatever, man. Wondering if anyone on the Quintessential Quintuplets changed their, wondering if any of them changed their roles, if anyone role swapped. Because Jarvan and Xin Zhao are both very much Woosung champions. Can be put top or jungle. Trying to think. Maybe Hunter's on the Leona with Hubert on Ezreal. Declan definitely seems like he would play the Anivia. I mean, they were going to play Vladimir earlier, and that's what Declan played, so. Should be a bit interesting. Still surprised. Kai'Sa was left open and no one picked it. We'll see what Hubert can do on this Ezreal. I always like watching Ezreal. It's always he's just the definition of like style and skill. It's like just actual skill issue if you lose. Like I don't think I've ever been like mad in Ezreal except for that one time where it was AP Ezreal you just ease. Meanwhile, I think so yeah, we do have. Oh, okay. Wait a second. We do have. I did not even notice on Taewonnies we have a lot of role swaps. Anthony, the only one staying with his role in ADC. Now we have Cobi on his revered Garen on the top lane. I'm super happy to see that actually. Really excited. I'm not saying that Chris's Garen is bad. I just never seen it before. But Kobe's Garen, now we're talking. We got Sam on the Amumu. I love that role playing. Utility jungler, easy. And Quio on the Xerath. Putting not, not I wouldn't consider Xerath a carry champion per se, but it's definitely way more agency in this game than Sejuani. Will be doing a lot of the damage in this game, hopefully. He is the main source of magic damage for the Taewonnies. So I'm glad to see Quio back on something he can really impact impact the enemy's health bars with. Because you can only miss so many Arctic Assaults before you realize, man, I don't do anything on the Sejuani. Hopefully, the rest of the team can keep him alive. I think that's a big focus. How are Taewonnies going to be able to stave off this the Jarvan and the Xin Zhao and Leona? Anivia is an immobile carrier herself, so can get engaged on really easily by Amumu and Alistar. But the wall, it's always the wall, man. Big. It's not just the wall; it's also Jarvan's ult. It can be really crippling for Garen. So we'll see. Cobi, a veteran though, will know when his flash will be used. It's very crucial in this game. That could be the difference between a shutdown or just a complete int. So we'll see that later in the game. As we load in, we'll see. Let's take a look at the Huberverse. Or I keep saying the Huberverse. The Quintessential Quintuplets lineup. Think. So Woosung. Okay, Woosung with the Xin Zhao top. It's not Jarvan top. Jarvan going with lethal tempo. In the jungle. My computer died. That's fine. Is it still fine? I think it's still fine. Anyway, yeah, Jarvan with a lethal tempo in the jungle. I'm not sure if that was intentional. That looks like it should be a Trundle rune. Maybe Jordan is cooking something, or he's just straight up BMing. Who knows? Xin Zhao top against this Garen. I don't think Xin Zhao actually wins that, to be honest, but we'll see. Cobi going for the ignite. He's so cheesy. Woosung does have Hail of Blades. Might be able to win these quick early trades. Lanes and Zal is it's not too bad, especially against another melee champion like the Garen. But Prestige Mecha Kingdom's Garen. As we load onto the Rift. On the blue side for Taewonnies, we have Cobi in the top lane, Sam in the jungle, Quio in the mid, and Anthony and Chris in bot lane in support. Meanwhile, for the Quintessential Quintuplets, we have Woosung in the top lane, Jordan in the jungle, Declan in mid, Hubert ADC, and Hunter support. 4 role swaps for Taewonnies, just 2 for Quintessential Quintuplets. Hubert looking for some mystic shots over the wall. Isn't going to find any. Cheeky. Oops. Yeah, Jarvan. Not sure if he intended to go lethal tempo, but we'll see how that ends for him. Kobe, interesting choice here. 3 pots for Anthony on the Jhin. Maybe he's expecting a lot of pokes from the Ezreal. But excited to see how these laning phases will go, because Quio in the mid lane will just be looking to outspace and outpoke this Anivia. Declan really just trying to farm up and take advantage of short burst trades whenever Quio gets into range. Quio is riding the first strike, so as he should. Top lane, volatile matchup. Really curious to see who will win out. Cobi's Garen or Woosung's Xin Zhao. Melee matchups in the top lane are always good, and Quio gets the first Q hit there. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, I'm really still confused on who's supposed to win here. We got 2 engaged champions, but with 2 champions that don't. Not sure actually. I think Ezreal might win. Ezreal probably wins the extended fight, especially with that pressing attack. Meanwhile, Cobi gets level 2, takes advantage. We'll get a nice trade onto Woosung here. All we can do is just poke back, but here we go. Shady Water going for the early pulverize, headbutt pulverize combo will ignite Hubert after he's rooted up by Anthony. A good headbutt pulverize and another one. Hubert having to burn the flash, but oh my gosh, Anthony doesn't have heal, so he couldn't heal Chris, but Chris able to live with just a sliver of health as he flashes away. It's a masterclass here from Chris. The dancing grenade not able to convert that into a root for Anthony. You have to imagine that that's a first blood there if that connects. Hubert and Hunter taking a lot of damage. It all comes off the back of Shady Water. Off Chris and his headbutt pulverize. Wrapping the SKT Alistar skin. We love to see it. Hunter, Death Blade will not connect. Has him pushed on the tower. Now, I really like Alistar in this lane because in these trades, over time, Alistar's passive is actually super strong at regenning. But hold that thought. Jordan will go for a flag and drag, but it's not going to connect. Won't find a knock-up. We'll be able to get the red buff slow here. Cobi holding his flash. Doesn't need it. He knows he doesn't need it. But here comes Sammy Yoon. Finds the Q. Onto Jordan. Jordan flags and drags under the tower. He's too far. He takes a tower shot. He goes down. Woosung, can he get a kill back? And he does. He will be able to get the audacious charge off. Will kill Cobi. It's a 1-for-1 in the top lane. But Garen, I think it was Garen with the first blood. So we'll be able to get it, but will miss this wave. He does not have teleport. Woosung saves both of his summoners in the meantime. But I like the action in top lane. Both junglers going to top. Recognizing these melee matchups can be tipped over with a stiff breeze. Meanwhile, oh my gosh! He goes for the headbutt pulverize, but it's right when Hunter goes for the Zenith Blade, so it completely whiffs. But Hunter might be a little bit too deep here. Shady Water also going down. Anthony gets exhausted. We'll back off with that 4th shot. Just opts to not go for the flash 4th shot. Both supports here going down low, but as I was saying earlier, but wait, hold that thought. Quio finds a stun onto Jordan as he tries to invade. Oh, Sam goes for a flash Q. And Jordan has to flash away, but Quio flashes as well. Finds the Q, finds the auto. Declan now fearing for his life in a 2v1 situation. Has to flash too. And Sam will be able to just cry all over him. He will pop the egg. I don't know if they have the damage. Will they be able to? No, they definitely have the damage. Quio will be able to get another kill. It's a 2-for-0 in the mid lane. Quio already, with the help of Sammy Yoon, able to get a nice lead for himself. I really want to see how Quio is able to use this lead in the mid lane, because as I was saying in the last game, bit of a sleeper, Vladimir versus Danny, but now we have a lot of action. We got a double kill in the mid lane and jungle. So the lead rests on Quio's shoulders. But that's not to say that nothing else can happen in these lanes. Woosung has the red buff from that last fight. Meanwhile, this bot lane has been very close. No kills have been given to either side yet. Lots of flashes, lots of sums have been used. Anthony still has both of his though on the Jhin. Wugang Going in for the trade. Does have 6. Both top laners have 6 now. And both mid laners have 6. All laners have 6. Really want to see how Woosung is able to use the extra damage to his advantage, but I mean, can't compare it to Garen's ultimate. Like, it's literally just true damage execute. Anyway, Xerath Blade goes wide. Chris taking a bit of poke from these Mystic shots, but it's okay. Alistar's passive, like I said, very big in this matchup. We'll be able to out-sustain here. Woosung, very smart, gets a tag on the W, waits to go in though, but fears for his life as he gets ignited, thinks that he might get ulted, so he just flashes away. I'm not sure if this is very playable for Woosung at this point. Is opting to go for lethality, I'm surprised, but I mean, Eclipse is just a very strong item. Will use the ult, but oh my gosh! The ult from Cobi doesn't do damage because he walked out of range. So it's just a solo bolo on the top lane. I mean, Jarvan shows up to just put a flag on his grave. But a solo kill for Wu Gang in the top lane with almost no mana. Cobi has to be so mad about that. That damage didn't look like it goes through. Woosung with some choice words after that exchange. What a matchup specific interaction. Close fight might just be enough to give Woosung the stat check he needs to dominate this lane from now on. 2-0 on the Xin Zhao, up a lot of CS. Still doesn't have to burn his teleport either. Meanwhile, Cobi. Ooh. Anthony tried to interrupt the back there, not able to interrupt the back. The bot lane, both laners are farming pretty well. Anthony with a slight farm advantage as Hubert takes his first back. Or not first back, but takes his back. Does have a Xin now, does have the tier. 2 very important items for Ezreal to start snowballing. Needs to build up those tier stacks as soon as possible. Anthony and Chris opting not to back yet. Quio getting Declan really low in this matchup, but we love to see it. As Sammy starts up the Rift-Tailed. Goes wide, but here comes the ultimate from Quio. He's just gonna ult him. Oh, gets interrupted by the wall, but I don't know if that's good, Declan. You walked up too close. He gets hit by the stun, gets hit by the W, and a solo bolo in the mid lane. It's Quio 3-0. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Jordan goes for flag and drag onto Shady Water. Shady Water, so smart, headbutts Jarvan away, knocks Hubert up, but oh my gosh, it's too much. Jordan holding the ult onto Chris. Chris tries to flash away, but the damage still goes through. Exhaust also used onto Anthony. Has to flash away as well, but it's still looking for more as the flag and drag. Oh my gosh, Jordan might have actually killed Anthony there, but Sammy to the rescue, finds the bandage toss over the wall, and here comes Quio. Quio, where did he come from? He teleported to the tower. I didn't even see that. This is exactly what you want to see from your mid laner. This is what you want to see from your main man on the Taewonnies. W goes wide, but doesn't even matter. Oh, stun goes wide. Okay, that might matter. Oh, but the bandage toss connects. The root connects. And they're just going to try and give it to Quio. Sammy does take it, but it's okay. It's okay. We love to see it. Oh, meanwhile, the top lane. Oh, Q flash ignite. The ignite isn't able to kill because of the ultimate again. Woosung laughing his ass off for sure on that one. The flash ult ignite expended from Cobi. That is huge for Woosung to not get killed there. So unfortunate for Taewon himself. Very exciting game for the Taewonnies. We'll be able to get a Drake. Quio really living up to the hype. On to Xerath. Meanwhile, Cobi, he has no flash, he has no ignite, he has no ult. He's just going to get killed here. Gets flag and drag, gets knocked up by Woosung. Woosung that's going to take that one 3-0 on the Xin Zhao. I said this in draft earlier. I'm glad to see Quio on a carry like Xerath, but not too much outplay potential. He is an immobile carry. Could just get completely stat checked by this lethality Xin Zhao. But Chris has been looking promising on his Alistar. I really am liking how he's trying to peel for his teammates. So we'll have to see. If Chris can keep this up into the mid game, if he can keep his carries alive. Meanwhile, Jordan looking for another invade here onto Sammy Yoon. Might just die actually. Spites away to blue buff. Sammy Yoon. Yeah, might just die to Xerath getting just ulting from mid lane, and yeah, but that was just awkward. Jordan walks in, gets the buff, but yeah, Sam's just like, okay, I mean, you're stuck here. You think I'm stuck here with you? You're stuck here with me. As Quio just laying down the cover fire from mid lane, raining down from the safety of his tower. Declan not able to do much to interrupt. So I love seeing this mid lane presence. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Woosung with a substantial lead for himself. Up 10 CS, is 3-0. Doesn't quite have the Eclipse yet. That's okay. Quio, the only one in the game with a Mythic, has the Luden's Echo. I mean, both junglers have their first item. But here comes Sam with a flash ult. They really want to kill Woosung this time. And Woosung won't be able to cast his ult. Will go down to Cobi's ultimate, but here comes Shady Water, will go for the headbutt pulverize, uses the Immortal Will to cleanse the Leona stun, and Hubert has to flash away. But here comes Jordan. Jordan will get the flag and drag, but will be interrupted by Shady Water. Chris just trying to buy some time, trying to knock up Jarvan away, but Anthony is just getting stuck by this Leona. There's too much CC, they can't get away. It's a double kill for the Jarvan. Comes in just at the right time, right when Chris tries to go for an engage. Jordan is there to bail them out. Hubert a great flash from Hubert and great target selection from Hunter will be able to secure the double kill in that bot lane. It's looking to be a much closer game this time around. As Woosung now getting the Eclipse. Jhin does now have the Storm Razor. Amumu has had the Demonic Embrace, and Jarvan has had the Spear of Shojin. Undoubtedly allowed them to get that double kill in the bot lane. Jarvan actually really strong this patch with Spear of Shojin. My client is making sounds. I should have paused, but that's okay. Pardon the interruption. Anyway. Haha, yes. Okay. Well, looks like we didn't miss anything. Both junglers looking to his bot lane. Chris goes in, but he sees, they have to see Jarvan coming in. The flag and drag connects onto Anthony, but here comes Quio raining down the artillery fire from the red buff, but is not able to convert into a kill. Sam not able to kill Jordan. Jordan barely lives with the W, but Quio is here now. Quio and Anthony back to back with Jhin and Xerath. Will they be able to find any kills? Anthony still has his ultimate. Finds one, they find two. Quio finds a third. That's a double kill. It's a 3-for-1 in the bot lane. Or 3-for-2? It's a 3-for-2 in the bot lane. Quio not even gonna miss any farm, not gonna miss a beat. Teleport straight back to collect that farm. Oh my gosh, I might be hyping up Quio a little bit too much here, but I mean Hubert's pinging. Hubert agrees with me. He's pinging Quio with a 650 gold bounty. It's really making a statement this game. You give him any sense of damage, any sense of carry, and he will go far. Has done a lot of turret damage against this Anivia. Declan not able to roam. Meanwhile, Cobi will get the Stride Breaker off onto Woosung, but Woosung will just ult and say, I don't want to deal with that right now. So no ult for the Woosung. Cobi still has Flash Ignite ultimate. I think he's just going to use it right here. Or he doesn't have to even flash. He's just going to just run at him, Stride Breaker ult. That's a solo kill in the top lane. Unfortunate for Woosung. They're both playing the stat check champions, so we'll just lose out. Garen is meant for the lane. We'll get first turn in the top lane. Meanwhile, Quio able to find that stall into Declan. Declan has to flash, but Anthony is here with the Storm Razor and Fleet Footwork. We'll be able to chase a bit. Quio will proc the Anivia passive as Chris is going in. taking up so much damage from this Ezreal, just blocking every missing shot in the game. It's a double kill for Quio and Ezreal. Hubert, arcane shifts sideways in, I don't know, but just right on top of Alistar. So Chris just says, okay, thanks for the free pulverize. And Anthony says, thank you for the free kill. It's a 3 for nothing in the bot side, and might just be another solo kill here as Cobi pops the ignite onto Jarvan, but it's a 2v1. I don't think he can actually get this. Will has to flash away, but here's Quio! Quio is here now. Will find the damage onto Jarvan. Will find the damage, or yeah, will finish off the Xin Zhao there. And an interesting surrender. Not sure if I like that, but a surrender from the Quintessential Quintuplets. Unfortunate. They surrendered before Declan couldn't even do anything. But I guess Declan was very far behind. Quio 9-0 on the Xerath. And, I mean, everyone in that game was just doing really well. I really like this iteration of Taewonnies with the role swap. Sammy on a role-playing jungler. Quio on the playmaking, not the playmaking, but the ones with all the damage in the mid lane. Cobi on his comfort pick. Anthony on his comfort pick. And Chris with the surprise. I'm really happy to see him doing well in the Alistar. But anyways, Taewonnies take game 2 in a defining, dominant, forceful forfeit from the Quintessential Quintuplets. I think it's a best of 3, so we'll see what happens in game 3.